Aloha, hey, it's Julie Ziemelis, 365 Hawaii and 365 Hawaii Group, Keller Williams Realty, Big Island, and we are here for our TTT. And we're kind of laughing because it's third Thursday at 3, but it's actually at 4. So we might change that next time. We'll see. But we are going to be talking about the housing market on the Big Island of Hawaii for we're using December statistics. We're talking about January trends, and we are very fortunate to have an amazing group of people with us today. So I'm going to give you the rundown. Okay, so we got Jana Mahoney over here, and she's with Keller Williams Big Island as well, and she's going to be hitting the market from South Kona all the way up to Waikoloa, and then we have Tanya Klett with Keller Williams Big Island, and she's going to be talking about all of North Hawaii. Then we have Amber Haley, and she is from Real Broker, and she'll be hitting the entire east side of the island. And then we also have Eric Ziemelis, who is going to ride shotgun here on West Hawaii, giving us his thoughts on the market. And then we have Marla and Scott Wynn from the Wynn and Egan team, who are our mortgage experts, and they're going to be talking about rates and different programs that you might be interested in learning about. So with that, let's go take it into Jana, who's going to tell us what the heck is going on with West Hawaii. Unmute yourself there, buddy.
Sorry about that. I was talking away. Waikoloa Village Manalani condos, we'll start with them. The 368 TMK, there are now 31 active. Last month we had 32, so we have one less this month. So we're standing firm with the inventory being pretty low at this point. The average price is $1,383,000. Last month it was $1,351,000, so a tiny little drop in that. But you know, one property when you have this few listings can make a difference, and you know that can change pretty quickly. And the average
that's for single family homes, right?
No, this is condos.
1 point.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And the average days on market is now 72, and it was 50 last month. So that's a big change. Things are staying on the market a lot longer now. Now for Waikoloa Village and Manalani residences, so single family homes, basically same situation, 24 active. There were 25 last month. We're on our TTT, so one less, but the prices on those have gone up quite a bit. 2.5 million is the average compared to 1.89 last time, but there is one new listing for 14.9, and that's kind of skewing everything upwards. So, you know, sometimes you have some pretty big price tags on those up there. Days on market is just about the same. It's 89 compared to 90 last time. And I think this is an interesting statistic for that area. The sales price compared to the original listing price is now at 97.8.
So coming down a little bit.
It is coming down a little bit. So, you know, not too long ago, everything was above 100, right?
Right.
And so now people are asking for less than list price, which is kind of new. But again, only 4 were sold in the last month in that TMK. So it's just a matter of not having very much inventory. In Waikoloa Village condos, and basically a big difference between those and the Waikoloa Resort condos is that the Waikoloa Resort condos are usually used for short-term vacation rentals, whereas the Waikoloa Village, they're not for the most part. There's 15, and last month there were 14, so we have one more. 2 units were sold in the month, and oops, there's the dog. It went from $1,559,000 to $1,546,000 on the average price, so that's about the same as well, and no change at all.
Wait, is that for a single family home in Waikoloa Village?
That's condos.
Oh, condos. Okay, we're talking Waikoloa Village, right?
Well, okay, so that's going to yes, I mean that's going to include those. So what you have to look at is the Waikoloa Village tax key goes in a pie straight down to the ocean, right? So you're including Manalani condos in there.
Yeah, okay. It's giving that up, Michael. Jana, you missed the point on giving us the information that's correct.
No.
Okay, so what are you seeing for like Ali Milani, the normal condos that are normally for sale in Waikoloa Village? Where are they doing?
Things are just kind of holding steady. They're staying on the market a lot longer. Let's see, 72 days average.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
sorry.
what we're talking like 450?
Yes.
Okay, so 450 for condos. So
Right.
for basically a 2-2 Waikoloa Village condo, you're going to pay about 450.
And those are 450 is going to be one that's nicely done.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's been fixed up. That's kind of a nice one. If you look at that same tax key code in Puako, which is really the only residences that you have in that tax key, there are 6 listings and 1 sold. And of course, those are all very high. Sorry, the dog's running in and out. Let's see. Okay, so the next one I have is Kapa'au, Hawaii, and Kohala Ranch. And holding steady, the same kind of as last month, 24 compared to 25 last month. And the average price is 2.125 million.
Okay. And then we'll have Tanya kind of hook on that too. So
and the average days on market is 151. So that's a pretty big days on market.
Yeah.
The sales price compared to original offer is 93.9. So, but you have to realize too that area has a pretty wide variety of options. So you have like some smaller houses, you have really big houses. So you do have to consider that there's 0 condos in all of that area for sale.
Right. So there's nothing like really low cost to bring the price down. And then and I'll ask Tanya a little bit more about what's happening in Waimea and stuff and see her thought process on that because she's doing that part. But come down a little bit, down the coast a bit, and what's going on in North Kona that you know of, and you have some statistics. And then Eric can maybe touch on what he's seeing.
Come back to me on that one, and I'll have that.
Okay. So, and just so you guys, for the people on the call, Lance, now that he's Mr. Big Shot up in the echelon of the Hawaii Association of Realtors, he's doing training today in Oahu. So he usually covers that for us. But he did speak at our event that we just had on Saturday and Sunday at the Home and Design Expo, and he was talking about the median price of a home now in Kona is $1.4 million. But he also said that sales of the homes have dropped 50% year over year, which just shows again that we are just not having the buyers come in and just buy the homes like they did last year. In fact, just this time as last year, people were like throwing multiple offers all over the place and stuff. So, and then Eric, like today when we were listening to the Brokers Open, what was going on with that? What was the kind of the general feeling for what was coming on the market and was leaving? You're muted.
Sorry about that. General feeling is that it's just not much coming on the market. We are also looking for places, so there's not much coming on. And the other thing is that we're seeing every time you look at, there's a hot sheet that comes on every day, and everything is kind of slowly just kind of going down little at a time. You know what I mean? No big changes, but just little ones. Unless it's pressed, and as we always say, unless it's priced correctly, and then it's sort of or low and it flies off the shelf really quickly. So it's kind of one of those slow and steady downward was how I would describe it.
Yeah. Okay. And then Gianna was going to tell us, I think that the median price for a condo in North Hawaii is now 8 something.
851.
Oh, 851.
Yeah, 851.
Yeah. And they hit me if I'm right on this one, that there's just not a lot of low priced homes for sale, which is keeping those prices up. Because it seems from looking at what's available to buy right now is like $2 million. And these are like beautiful estates and stuff. These aren't your usual homes. So I think that also is making the prices seem inflated. So, but there's nothing really on the market that, I mean, it's just, we're just having an inventory issue. So is that kind of what you're seeing too, Tanya, in your area? Is there, an inventory issue? And I guess
so for example, Waimea, we do have a fair amount of inventory at the moment. There's 20 active listings in the residential realm, and those range from 420 to 6.5 million. So we have that really wide disparity there in the prices. Some have been on the market a while and some are pretty new. So again, if it's priced right, it's going to fly off the shelves. If it's a little high, it's going to sit.
There we go. And then what are you seeing up there for like seller concessions for like pricing? Are you seeing around that like 97, or is it more like
Yeah, it's about that. So let me just jump into this and we'll go straight through that. So starting with Hamakua, we've had 3 closed, average days on market to sale is 9, average sales price of 760, and then the list to sales price is sitting at 95.55%, whereas a month ago that was sitting at 100. So just a slight change there. A month ago we had 5 closed with average days on market at 37 and the average sales price a little higher at 810. So that's for Hamakua.
Okay.
And then moving to North Kahala, we had 7 closed, average days on market to sale 71, average sales price is 840, and then list to original sales price is 85. So that went down. Let's see. Yeah, the month prior was 93.8. So there's been a change there in the list to sales price, which is as a result of all of those price reductions we're seeing if things aren't priced correctly. And then looking at Waimea, Waikiki, we've had 4 closed. The average days on market there is 119. We had a couple of outliers with the 2 higher priced properties that sat on the market for a while at 281 and 183 days respectively. So because they took so long to sell, it really bumped up the days of market to sale. And average sales price for that was 1692. So just about 1.7 million.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
And then
so
in terms of land up there, there's some people, we've been getting some requests from people thinking that they want to build homes up in Kahala Ranch or in Waikiki. Are they just sitting there? Is there like deals to be had there or no?
No deals yet. They, in my opinion, those were the last to go up price wise. And I think they're going to be the last to come down. That's just, there hasn't been a huge amount of activity. So I'll touch on those every now and again when I see some activity, but there hasn't been anything major.
Okay. We talked to some people though that they're running the numbers to try and build up there, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, first of all, it's finding a contractor. Anybody who's worth their salt is booked out at least a year in advance, sometimes longer. And then the whole permitting process, we can get stuck in the weeds there. That's taking a long time too.
Yeah, that's, it's so funny that you're telling me that. And I'm like, oh, that's horrible. I was looking back a year ago when we were doing this and we were like, oh, we're like this. Oh, that's bad. It was like probably 20% less than what you're saying right now.
Right.
So then we do there people are still trying to figure out how we can build on this island, and we're still trying to say, with permitting and construction. So
and so I actually suspect that we're going to start seeing more coming on the market when people realize that it's not as easy to build as they thought, and with things settling down a little bit with the pandemic and whatnot, and people with life returning back to normal. So we'll see how that all plays out.
Okay, that's a good one. Okay, and then we do a hop, skip, and jump over to East Hawaii, where we have Amber Haley telling us what's going on over there. I'll tell you guys, she did a market update a couple days ago, and she sold East Hawaii so well that I got 3 calls within like 3 days. I got to get myself on over to East Hawaii. So tell us what's happening with the market.
Come on over, Julie. Maybe you should buy a house in East Hawaii. We got more inventory over here. I'm telling you guys. All right. So East Hawaii today, we talked last time, Julie and I sat down and talked about how this is the first time I'm kind of seeing some changes in the numbers with our median home values, which has been really interesting. However, I don't think they're like really that significant yet where I can say like, oh, prices are gonna go down. Like they're kind of holding. We'll see how the year goes. But right now in the Puna district, the median home price is $358,500. And so that is some of the most affordable real estate still in the state of Hawaii. I'm getting a lot of buyers who are interested in the Puna district now. It's a hot market because even though, inventory is still low, there is still buyer demand, even though everything's really slowed down. And this is kind of where people are seeing they can afford a nicer house. So Puna district 358.5. Some of that is going to take into account, again, lava zones 1 and 2, which is the less valuable real estate. But overall, there is still some lava zone 3 property that is a good deal over in Puna. Our average days on market is 67 days right now. So that's longer than last month and more than double what we were at a year ago. So same trend that we're seeing across the island that the other agents are reporting on. More days on market, definitely. It's taking more to sell a house right now, which is great for all of you buyers who might be coming over to East Hawaii. I'm seeing a lot of nice new construction homes just kind of sitting on the market for a good amount of days. And so it's a good time if you're a buyer to be able to have a little bit of negotiating power over here in East Hawaii, to have less competition, less multiple offers, and all that. Now let's jump over to South Hilo District. And the price there is sitting at median price at $525. And that is down just slightly from the month previous and down from a year ago where it was at $580. Days on market in South Hilo, 50 days right now is what we're looking at for average. And that is down from 57 the month before and from 41 this time last year. So same thing in South Hilo, more days on market. But again, I think there's a lot of good buyer opportunity right now in East Hawaii. Also, I did kind of put it out on social media, some questions for the market update today. People were wanting to know about our lava zones over here. So without getting into too much detail, I will just say I did just hear today that the Hawaii Property Insurance Association recognized the need to offer higher limits with homeowners insurance. So the limit has been $350,000 to insure a home in Lava Zone 1, and they are upping that to $450,000 effective February 1st. So that's kind of interesting for those of people who are coming over to East Hawaii, maybe interested in some riskier lava zones. Overall property insurance though is going to be quite a bit more expensive than lava zones 3 and up if you're shopping in a risky zone. And the other question I got for the market update today is what's going on with HPP. That is one of our biggest markets over here in East Hawaii. Right now there's 71 active listings, and they are ranging everywhere from $165,000 up to about $759 right now. But your average 3-4 bedroom house is $500,000 in Hawaiian Paradise Park.
Oh, okay. I was just here talking to, actually there's some people here on the call, and I was I didn't think they were $500,000 by now. So I guess that's not the least expensive place. So what about Ainaloa? Are we still talking below 400, or are we still looking at yeah?
Yes, Ainaloa you can get below 400, and it's also Lava Zone 3. Some of the differences just really fast between Ainaloa and Hawaiian Paradise Park. Ainaloa, the lots are a lot smaller, so people who are looking for a little bit more wide open space tend to like Hawaiian Paradise Park, but they're both pretty close to each other geographically, within like 30 minutes commute of Hilo. So a lot of the same buyers will look at both. There's a lot of new construction going on in Ainaloa, and the price point is a little bit lower than Hawaiian Paradise Park.
Okay. And okay,
Amber, can I ask a question real quick, Amber? What is the price point for the new construction out there?
Okay, so in HPP, the new construction is pretty much like, I haven't seen anything new listed below the 500s right now. But in Ainaloa, you can get new construction, some of it under 4. So there's just a range. I can pull it up to tell you exactly if you give me 1 second.
No, that's okay. I just wanted a range.
Yeah. And Ainaloa is really, really popular again, because it's in Pahoa, but it is Lava Zone 3. That's why it's such a popular neighborhood right now. So it's been just like the prices have really held there. People who have invested over the last couple of years in Ainaloa have seen like a lot of equity in their property, because it's just it's got such a hot market right now, just because of supply and demand for affordable real estate in Lava Zone 3.
There we go. Okay. Well, thank you. That's a good one. And we'll ask questions of the people who are on the call after we get our mortgage update from Scott and Marla. So let's go to financing, and let's see what's going on with those pesky interest rates. Who wants to take it?
I'll go ahead. So interest rates have started to drop. We talked about that a few months back, that interest rates are based off of inflation. And inflation is kind of the leading indicator of where mortgage rates will go. And as the Fed has continued to increase rates and the economy is slowing, then that's bringing the inflation numbers down. In December, we actually saw a negative inflation number. So that means that it came down even faster than what was expected. And so that's helped interest rates come down a little bit. So right now, just as a nationwide average, Freddie Mac publishes their weekly survey showing you where nationwide average mortgage rates are. And for a 30-year fixed owner-occupied property, we're sitting at 6.15% right now. So down quite a bit from the high of, I think, a little over 7%, just a little bit while back. So definitely starting to get better.
That's good. Good news. Good news. And then in terms of like what you guys are seeing and what people are trying to like look for, are people using these programs that like, give you the 3-2 buy down ones, the ones that people are talking about to try and get into a home? Is it actually, people talk about it, but are people actually like, looking into it, making it happen?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we talked about the list to sale ratio, right? And there's a gap there. And so that gap can be used to make the home more affordable. You can certainly get a lower price, but the lower price in terms of financing has a very minimal impact on your monthly payment as compared to utilizing one of these types of tools where you can temporarily buy down the interest rate for a period of time, whether it's 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. And you've got a lot of money to work with when you're looking at that big of a gap between what you're listing it at and what you're selling it at. So definitely makes homes and the payments much more affordable. And one of the things that we expect is that, again, inflation is going to continue to come down. And as it does, hopefully, again, mortgage rates will drop, and that will present an opportunity where you can potentially refinance that loan and utilize the money that was used to buy down the rate in a way that is more advantageous to you rather than just having it in the sales price. And I know Marla had something that she wanted to mention on that as well.
Yeah, one of the things that our team is doing is all of our buyers who purchase with us, we're offering them a no-cost refi as long as they do it within 24 months. So that should, alleviate some of the pain of that interest rate. And if they can take advantage of one of the buy down strategies, they could do a 3-2-1 or a 2-1 or just a 1 year. But we're expecting rates to come down within the next 12 months, which would give them the opportunity to then refinance. And then I don't know if you guys know how the temporary buy downs work, but it's actually the seller contributing a portion of the buyer's payment. That money goes into an account, and then the servicer uses that money to make that portion of the payment. If they were to refinance before that term is up, whether it's 3 years, 2 years, or 1 year, that money actually gets applied toward the principal balance reduction on their loan. So it's not like they lose the money. It's their money, and it's going to go toward paying down the principal balance if they don't use it for their payments.
Here we go. Hey, so question for you. Someone here on the call was talking about a VA loan. Can you do that with VA loans?
You can, yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. Okay. Now we've got all the people talking about it. Let's bring this open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop recording for right now. So you guys don't have to feel embarrassed to ask whatever questions you may have. So if you guys want to be in on this call, and those people that are on YouTube watching this later, you can get your questions answered live. If you go to my 365 Ohana and join it at 365hawaiiliving.com, and you get to be part of the group that gets all the good information live. So I will say goodbye, and we'll see you guys in February. And thanks for joining us, and thanks to all of my wonderful people here who lend their knowledge and expertise every day on this on the update. So thanks, guys. Okay.